building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
I'm a mess, but it's not a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's not a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, you stop stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry for Cam Akers.
Number 23, Cam Akers, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
There, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
For this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what they did.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
Cam Akers. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Let's field it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
He's not going to go for a
4
touchdown.
yards on the pickup.
Or setting things up, or maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse.
Job pulling that one in from a guy
at the 43-yard line.
Who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work in so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes just like people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
Brought down
still,
at the
at some point in the
45-yard
game,
line.
you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
Pass complete to Kyle Rudolph.
It's 3rd down.
That's It's a gain of 5.
Window to throw.
Brings
Coverage
up
was a
third
two-man there.
and
Yeah, he had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. On the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. He will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee.
That brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. The sneak on fourth and inches, they just say, get the man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL. But for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
First down, here's the throw. Good. And he'll get this down at the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down at
2
the
yards on the
31.
pick out there. It'll
A
be
gain
second
of
and 8.
2. Brings up second and
It
8.
might have been open there. It was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Johnson. And he's going to get this down. It's a first down and a gain of 10.
Minnesota Vikings.
Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the
First and 10
down.
at the 21-yard line.
That had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
Well, we're on QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score every single drive in a game. They did there. They just have to pull it off this time at some point.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook.
UCLA product.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking
Brings
up
up
the
second
points and
and
protecting
5.
it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running threat, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Cousins here on the boot lane. Touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking the field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
For about 6 up across
Darrell
the
Henderson, the LA ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Pretty decent game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
So second and 4 from the 22. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First down. It's Cook. And he went backwards.
The ball
He'll be down at the 30.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11
I don't think it's
at
all
the
been his
Rams'
fault.
30-yard
His offensive
line.
line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one
Johnson.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Cousins. It's incomplete.
Intended towards the Johnson.
Now it's
incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's disappointing.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal.
Position.
A 47-yard attempt.
6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is still trailing. It's 7-3.
Vikings 3.
Tremendous starting field position. Really squandered it. They wanted to go backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So we will start here
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? You have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and balances it out.
Cam Akers, the Rams ball carrier,
because the interception,
brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll take the give. Now gone. His throw is going to be incomplete. Bryson Hopkins leads to receiving, and it's 3rd and 5.
Incomplete.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And 5 yards to go. Complete to Van Jefferson. A gain of 9 yards. And the Rams first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there on the 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Gain, so you can use that to set up your play action game.
It's now 2nd and 6.
You can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The offense retains possession.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Rams 7, Vikings 3.
This down about the 21 or 22.
To Cam Akers.
Screen, they get 6 on
out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. With Akers. He's going to stay just short. The Vikings 14. 7 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 7.
A lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Second and 11 at the Vikings 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. That's complete. And he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
First and goal.
To give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll look to run with Akers.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams tack on. Sam Sloman for the PAT.
Extra point.
And this one's right
His
through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Rams 14, Vikings 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
The points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Number 33,
couldn't get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Here comes late whistle. There's your flag.
And you know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step, right, you can hit it as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
First down. Here's Cousins. Second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Gets down to enemy territory.
That's good.
Give him 14 on that one. And a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up and down like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Dennis Smith and Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll get about 4
Cook
here.
again, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Out there, the defense was
4
ready to
yards
look for
on
that
the
big
pickup.
pass option.
You get the
Second and
sense
6.
the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. Is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use
John
the first
Johnson
of their
on the
timeouts.
coverage.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Cousins now. This one brought in by Jefferson. This is going to be another first down. His attempt is going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to the ground. Down for a 1-yard gain there. Make it 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 30-yard
Things are
line.
pretty stacked up
A gain
there.
of a yard. Brings up 2nd
Bodies,
and
not much
9.
space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. Cousins.
Cousins pass.
Incomplete.
Intended
He
for
was trying to
Justin
find
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson there.
Incomplete.
And it's third down.
It's now third
That's a
down
nice job
and
there
9
because you got to
yards
play
to
the ball,
go.
not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cousins. Blockers.
An 8-yard
Coming in to
loss.
drop him for a loss
Brings
of
up
8.
fourth down.
And it also brings up 4th.
Dan Bailey for the Viking field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this one will not
His
get
kick
there. It's off
is
to the
no
left
good.
anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pretty close to
at their 48-yard line.
The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Jefferson the target.
Goss
catch good for
complete
5.
to
It's
Van Jefferson.
One thing you're hoping
5
for
yards on the play.
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good headed scheme going.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let the passes come inside the 15. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
35.
A great
First down,
pickup there,
Los
35
Angeles.
yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
For the
and
extra
the Rams
point.
add on to their lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams 21, Vikings 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end
The
zone.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About ready to get this next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how we're going to finish this thing off. 21-3,
BC Johnson.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. To throw is Kazim. It's knocked away.
Intended for BC Johnson.
Was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
second down and
Sometimes we
10.
talk about coverage. We're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On second down, comes again.
It's all about the ball. Without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Gordon. That is incomplete. He threw it all through the contact. Second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball, field goal range up to the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. They've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Second and 10 now from the 27. From the gun again to Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28.
Ball carrier.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
A loss of a yard on the
Signal
play.
for a timeout there second. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Shotgun snap to run. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there after trying by three. Brings it fourth down.
Oftentimes when you lose in the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Sam Sullivan is
for
on
the Rams field
from the
goal.
right hash. This from 45 yards.
yards.
And this one looks good. Touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ridiculous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIEs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Ocean front residences, 3 different.
Next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he just pushes way forward for a few as the clock will run.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup in second and 8.
I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
He's going to get the football first here, and they'll look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch in the four and taken successfully. defense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups.
At the 28-yard line.
When we kick it off in the second half.
A 3-yard pickup.
Handle any
Brings up
adjustments that
second
might
and
be made
7.
defensively. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Back to throw. Just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
Gain there 12 yards and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Let's give a little
First
credit there. The offensive
Rams.
play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Territory.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Just shy of midfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Rams
success throughout
first
this
down.
contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
I remember a coaching friend
The
of mine
tackle
used to
by
tell his
Cameron
running backs before
Dantzler.
games, make sure you
10
run
yards
a job
on
with
the
your
pickup.
offensive line.
It's
In
second
pregame,
and
get used to the
inches
ground shaking
at
when
the
those big behemoths
33-yard
start to
line.
create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now gone. It's caught by Jackson. They'll get the first down inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Complete to Tristan Jackson.
Yards.
A gain of 21
The
yards.
discussions were at halftime to try to
First
slow
down,
down this
Rams.
offense. It has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun here.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sam Sloman now for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Rams 31, Vikings 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have, because some teams script to start with other teams just go, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1
right away.
at the 34-yard
Try
line.
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quickly to field here. They'll be taken down before he walks it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Vikings.
Maybe this offense has learned something
1st
from
and
watching
10
them.
at the 47-yard
The
line.
coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they've not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9
something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down. It's caught. They'll be brought down at the 20. Just short of the 20. As the drive continues, it's a first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the stop.
Second and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. Second and 10.
The lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third quarter here, second and 10. On the carry, it's caught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think
he's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in the game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball.
Touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his fourth touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point after. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 3-10.
Makes the score Rams 31, Vikings 10. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away for the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where they're at the end. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Akers. Yeah, they'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Is the Rams ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a second-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
So be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. The
run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA. Los Angeles. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's gone. The carrier's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Complete to Van Jefferson.
4th down now.
3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right?
On
Able
to
to figure it out,
Rams.
sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the win last week coming 4 times as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result.
The
They'll be down
Vikings
at the
take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And second for Dalvin Cook. Incomplete.
Which is not a surprise with the way that this one is going, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. From Jefferson downfield.
The coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
James
Not
Lynch
just all
on the
athleticism
tackle.
from defensive
A
linemen.
gain
Let's
of
give
a
a little
yard.
credit for
Brings
their
up
football
second
intelligence
and
as
9
well. Read
at
and
the
react by
22-yard
them,
line.
understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go field here with Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard
ball
line.
carrier.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to third and 10.
It's a
And that's
loss of
clearly
a
a running
yard.
situation when you're
And
in the
it's
fourth quarter.
third
They're going to
down.
stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, break 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Out of the gun. Gone. Flushed out right. Drops incomplete.
It's gotten frustrating a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they didn't force the incomplete pass.
So out comes a field goal
Sam
team now for the
Smallman
second time here
on for the
today.
field goal.
He hit his first.
A
This one
40-yard
contact. And his kick is right back. It's good. To 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious on this? Passes intercepted for the third time today. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Interception. Return for a Rams touchdown.
Just got to be patient, baby. Just got to be patient.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I
Sam
might get a pick or
Smallman
two.
for the
You
extra
like being
point.
out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he's been a busy
His
man,
kick
5 for
is
5
good.
now as he knocks another one
Makes
through
the
to
score
extend the
Rams
lead.
41, Vikings 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 33, Calvin Cook, the ball carrier.
And they gain 5 yards
Down
on it.
at the 30-yard line.
Most
It's
offenses
a gain
don't
of
expect to
5.
get 5 yards.
Brings
on a
up
play
second
like that.
and
So when
5.
they do, they go back to their humble little pen their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. Again, it's good. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Toe for the Warriors this afternoon. It's caught across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
On to carry.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up the 31.
A 2-yard gain.
He doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's
Britton Colquitt in punt formation
he's
for
on
the
a punt
Vikings.
for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they're on 21 yards here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
8 yards
why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzling me a little bit.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2
Too many more
yards.
ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Cam Akers is the ball carrier.
First, and that'll make it 2nd down
at the 35-yard line.
That's what you want. Straight ahead,
4 yards
game.
on the pickup.
Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 2nd down, it's Henderson. Free of 1 tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right
He's
after.
brought down at the 37-yard
Just 2 minutes
line.
remaining here in the 4th
It's a gain
quarter
of
of
2
what has been
yards.
a one-sided
And it's
affair.
3rd down.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Tyler Higbee.
First down,
A gain of 7.
Goff finding
And
Higbee.
the Rams first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Taking it across midfield.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier. Anthony
That's a gain of
Harris on the
13,
tackle.
first down Rams.
A gain of 13 yards.
That's a carry they have to be
First
satisfied
down,
with. And throughout
Rams.
this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They find they can just keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Gerald Henderson. Huge yardage on the play at the 45-yard line.
They'll lose a yard there at second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on it. Walked in, we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all ain't telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Quiet, if it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me.
wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place.
And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo?
Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young.
Hey, I don't know no
up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece.
Don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the Gallo? Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place.
And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the Gallo?
Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me.
Not the sneakers, but the ones that make Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready?